Post. All right. So here we are with the 5-day fall back in love challenge. Get a piece of paper, get a pen, and write this first thing down. Write this first thing down. Ready? You only know what you know. And what you know isn't everything there is to know. You only know what you know. And what you know isn't everything there is to know. If you can remember that when you're in a relationship with someone that you love, you're going to have the mindset that says, stop when an offense comes. Because they might be seeing a situation or the words that you spoke or a thing that you did in another way. Because you only know what you know. And what you know isn't everything there is to know. There is possibly an opportunity, a possible chance that circle is all the information in the world that is to get, that you can get. All the information in the world that you can get is inside this circle. The reason why I broke it up into sections is because I'm going to explain what they are. Let's say in this first section here, this first section, it is all the information that you know that you know. All the information that you know. Whether you're good at mathematics, you know how to ride a bike, you know your name, you know, I don't know, the colors of the rainbow, you know science, the things that you know. You speak English is up in this first corner. The things that you know that you know. In this next section here is the things that you know that you don't know. The things that you know that you do not know. So I'm learning Spanish, so I don't fully know Spanish yet, but I don't speak Russian. I don't understand fully the celestials. I don't understand oceanic life. There's a lot of things that I know that I do not know. So in the first section is the things that you know. And in the next section is the things that you know that you don't know. Well, what is this? What is this section over here? This section here is all the things that exist that you have absolutely no clue about. No clue about. So you are in this section. You only know what you know, and what you know isn't everything there is to know. And you're in this section here. The things that you don't know take up this section here. But in this section here is all the things that exist that you have absolutely no clue about. So here's the question. When an offense comes and you only know the information that you know, it's in this section here. Remaining all this, is there a possibility that the person can be seeing things or hearing your voice tones or watching your body language with a different interpretation? Is it possible? Give me some thumbs up. Is it possible? Because you only know this amount. This is a whole entire world of information that's in existence that you have no clue even exist. So if this is true, you only know what you know what you don't know, and all this information is information that exists that you have no clue about, that's the majority. Answer me this. How do you take a stand that you're right when it comes to the person you love? How can you be so in your face, angry and adamant with the person that you love when you just clearly understand that you do not see everything. You do not understand everything. And since you don't, the odds are in your favor for you to do what when offended? Stop and think. Be kind. Be patient. Be kind, and being patient will allow you to give the person an opportunity to explain themselves or to express themselves in a peaceful environment. It will allow them the opportunity to share the things that they feel, to explain the facial expression that you saw, or the reaction, or the thing that they did. It is going to allow you an opportunity to build, to connect. Why would you fight against that? Because your ego was rubbed the wrong way? Because you took a situation personally, so now you're offended? See, you could be offended. It's all right. Be offended is all right. But for you to stay offended is your choice. And the best way to take care of that is through communication. See, your home and your connection with your lover is supposed to be that safe place. Your partner is supposed to be that place, that safe place to lie your head at night. When you walk into your home, it is supposed to feel refreshing. It is your safe place away from the world. So if you take on this mindset that your way is the only way that's right, your timing is the only way that things could be done correctly and in a proper time. If you take on that mindset, you're missing out. You're missing out on so much information that you could learn about life, love, connection, and serving people. You're missing out on all that because you took a stance of anger. See, most of the drama that you deal with in life is from two things. Either you are taking a situation personally, or you're assuming situations about a situation. You're assuming, or you're taking things personally. Taking things personally just means when a comment or action is done, that you now are in agreement with it. Because in order for you to get angry about it, in order for you to feel confronted about it, means that somehow, some way, you want to hold on to that particular thing in your ego. You want to hold on to that ego portion of thing and defend it. Because when offense comes, you get defensive. It kind of is like your knee-jerk response is to get defensive and to put up your guards and then stand, ride or die for that thing that you're going to stand for. And through conversation and being kind in your responses, it lets all those defenses down. Now, mind you, will you still have an emotional response to the thing that's said or done in a rude way or in a way to confront something that you did? Yes, emotions are real. You're still human. You're going to feel something. You're going to feel that pushback. But remember where it's from. A lot of times it's just simply from your ego. And in order for you to love someone, that ego and pride has to be laid aside. Has to be laid aside because there is no perspective that's so correct in your mind that it can't be altered. We're forever in a state of change. We are forever in a state of change. You are developing new mindsets, new habit patterns all the time. When people say, oh my God, he'll never change or she'll never change. Change has never been the problem with people. Change is not a problem because it's constant. So what is the problem? The problem is that when the person rebels against the change that is already taking place, when the person rebels against the changes that are taking place, then you have confrontations, then you have conflict. So here's your opportunity to let down your guards because you only know what you know, and what you know isn't everything there is to know. So you're laying that down. You looked at the graph here. You're reminded that the information that you know only takes up this section right here. All the rest is information that you can either learn or you're going to learn in the near future. So you can't take a stand that is so filled with bitter, filled with past hurts from your last ex-girlfriends or ex-guy boyfriends. You can't take that stand because it's not profitable to you. It is not. See, this falling back in love challenge is reminding you to stop, to pause. Stop and pause and challenge yourself to listen. Challenge yourself to set up an environment for where you can sit and talk with the person that you love most, or with the kids that you're trying to reconnect with, or your parents to give them your side of the situation, or a coworker, or a really good friend. That's right, this Fall Back in Love Challenge is giving you an opportunity to let the love, to set up an environment so the love that's inside you can just be released, can be released. So, we have two aspects down. You only know what you know, and what you know isn't everything there is to know. And you also know that you shouldn't take things personally. Don't take personally, or nor should you assume, because if you're going to assume and you don't have an opportunity to find out the truth, assume the best. Assume the best. Assume the best scenario, just for your own peace, and then set up an environment for you to find out more information. So don't assume, don't take things personal, and understand the other person isn't you. The other person isn't you. If there was any advice I would give to people that were going to get married, it has always been this: remembering that the other person isn't you. Since the other person isn't you, they don't share your point of view on everything. They don't feel the way you feel about situations. They don't see a particular thing the same as you do. You know, our mind only picks up things that are connecting to what we've been through. We only pick it up. We can only pick it up. And if you haven't been through a scenario, or if you haven't been through an emotion regarding a particular scenario, you have your own set of opinions on how to, and nor do you expect, nor can you expect the other person to share that same type of opinion, because we all pick things up based on what we've been through. We see the world based on what we've been through. We see ourselves based on what we've been through. So understanding that the other person isn't you, that the other person isn't you. Now keep in mind, when I say this, that means no matter how much time you spend with that person, no matter what you have done, bent over backwards to make sure and do for that person, so make sure that they feel loved, to make sure that they feel blessed. No matter what you have done, no matter how many times you showed yourself reliable, showed yourself to be responsible with the situations that's been given to you in the relationship, they will never, ever see things exactly like you. They won't. They will never, no matter what you do, no matter how passionate you feel towards them, they will never always see things exactly as you do. But it's a wonderful place to be. Because if you set up an environment, for you to talk about things, for you to share about things openly, for a person to feel safe, with sharing their thoughts, boy, oh boy, can you yourself grow to new heights, to new possibilities that your mind could not even fathom. You couldn't tell me when I was this popular dancer back in Mount Vernon, New York, that I would now be doing seminars on relationships. No. You couldn't convince me. You couldn't, no way. But here I am, based on all the different things that I've been through in my life. The constant changes that came my way, the certain thoughts and perspectives that I accepted to be true, and I held fast to them. You know, people ask me all the time, like, your smile is infectious. Like, how can you be so upbeat all the time? It's because I grind on living for God. The short answer, I grind to live for God in a very clean, full of power, in a serving kind of way. That's what I do. And because I do, it has shaped me to be the person that I am. It has shaped me to want to meet people, to connect with people in a way so I can be there for them. That's what I do. So this 5-day Fall Back in Love Challenge is my opportunity to connect with you in a way that allows no matter where you are, to better connect with the person that you love most. These principles that I'm sharing with you right now, you can apply it to any type of relationship. Any type of relationship that you're in, you can apply these principles, and you're going to see when you are kind in your response, especially when you're offended, will add so many avenues of new learning to you. There is benefits for responding in kindness when offended, because it now allows the person to share their perspective and fully share their perspective. Because if they fully share their perspective, man, you're going to have some new understanding about the way you act. Let me get some water. Now, you're going to get new perspectives. And that allows you to be strengthened, because you could be acting in a way that you're unaware of. It's giving off these particular vibes. You could be saying things in a particular way, and a person is turned off by it. Yo, Kenny, what's up, man? People can be turned off by it. Yo, I see my cousin Dwayne's in the house. Hey, Dwayne, hey, love you, man, love you. You know, the best benefit, I'll start with this. The greatest benefit with having a partner that loves you and you loving a partner is that they will point out the blind spots in your life. The parts of your life that you have no clue about, but you're doing it. You're doing and not seeing a particular thing. Your partner has your back. So it's important that you set up an environment in your home or with your the person that you're connecting with. Say if you're in a relationship where you're still courting them, set up an environment for them to feel free to share the things that they see, because it will mainly benefit you.